Heavyweight hopeful Arslanbek Makhmadov is included on the big, huge heavyweight card for December 23rd, when we will see the Day of Reckoning. Makhmadov is a fierce specimen who in the heavyweight division represents with the size of about 6'5.5", 6'6", 260 pounds. He's a plotter and a strong guy, but he'll be taking on Kabayel, and that gentleman is coming in to show no mercy as he wants to compete, hailing from Germany. These two men are going to face off in an undercard match that will entertain. Let's talk about what can happen when these two square off on the Day of Reckoning boxing card. Yeah. We are looking ahead to one of the most grand heavyweight title cards in recent memory, in decades. So many heavyweights are participating on this particular card that I decided to make certain that I gave a breakdown for each individual fight, because as it's called, the Day of Reckoning, this is an opportunity for the heavyweight division to make a comeback by featuring so many of its contenders, both prime, on the come up, and guys that may be on the way out. But the benefit is the motion, the fact that there's movement in the division again. And we look forward to that. As so go the heavyweights, so goes the sport of boxing. So, this Day of Reckoning is important, and it's important that we cover it. So, this video featuring Makhmadov taking on Kabayel. Kabayel is a fighter that a lot of people don't know about. I've watched some film of him. He has good hand speed for his size, not overwhelming power, but does carry mass. Kinda along the lines of a Joseph Parker, hailing from Germany. He's a fighter that when he comes in this match, though you may not be familiar with him, he is going to present a problem. The problem that he'll present with that hand speed is that he boxes pretty good, puts his punches together in combination. And he has a present record that is undefeated. In this fight, he will look to bring his record of 23-0, 15 KOs, as he faces the hulking Makhmadov. Will he be able to deal with the size of Makhmadov? That's the question. Because fighters have trouble sometimes with size that's unfamiliar. But the heavyweight division brings all sorts, all shapes. And when these guys come together, you can expect some thumping to go on. The only thing about Ajit's questionable resume is there are a number of fighters who we are unfamiliar with. And that raises eyebrows. Can he get in there and do something against a heavyweight of Makhmadov's status? It remains to be seen. In 2017, he had a majority draw over Derek Chisora, whom I've dubbed L-Boy, because he has found a way to lose fights consistently over the last several years. That was for the EBU, the European Heavyweight Championship. Now, since then, he's had a resume of very unfamiliar names. So, entering in against Makhmadov is going to place him in a place where he's going in with someone who has a reputation and a name. Because Makhmadov has made his presence felt in the division. His most recent outing has seen him pretty much smash his opposition. Even when you go back to when he fought Carlos Takam in September of 2022, he won a unanimous decision, and that fight being the only fight that he's gone the distance. But Takam is the type of fighter who has enough experience and savvy to survive a hulking, punishing fighter like Makhmadov. He's bringing his record into this match, 18-0 with 17 KOs. He's not so technically proficient, but he's a big man and he's strong. Now, the ages of these two guys, not far. Makhmadov is 34. Kabayel is 31. They are both orthodox fighters. Makhmadov being 6'5.5", Kabayel being 6'3". I noticed something when I was watching film of Kabayel. Something that raised an antenna or an eyebrow, so to speak. He reminds me of Ray Mercer. Merciless Ray Mercer, that's right. He doesn't punch nearly as hard as Ray, but his boxing posture, the way he lets his hands go, the way he executes his punches is reminiscent of Ray to me. Sometimes he can get wild with it with clubbing shots. Sometimes he could be fast with more technical, well-placed shots. And against a fighter like Makhmadov, he's going to need proper punch placement, and he's going to need that hand speed. But he's going to also need to stay away from allowing Makhmadov to use his size and weight on him. Typically, Ajit comes in around 240 pounds or so. Makhmadov will be 260 or plus. So the weight factor is important, but so is that hand speed and foot speed. And if he's able to execute properly in those areas, he should find success. It's up in the air though. At the end of the day, I do believe Makhmadov should be favored in this fight, but that doesn't necessarily make him the better fighter. He just may have a size advantage that may be difficult to overcome. So I do favor Makhmadov here, but I wouldn't be surprised if the German was able to upset the cart. But what do you think? This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, the third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to tune in to The Day of Reckoning, December 23rd, 2023, a historical night in boxing. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.